Do we want to talk about Sven's statement this week? I feel like it's one of those things where it's like I heard it and I was like, yeah, I agree with that. For some people, I guess they heard it and it was a bigger deal than that. The statement itself, Sven, who was the Larian Studios founder, we've had him on the show, Baldur's Gate 3 director. He came out via a tweet while talking to fans on Twitter. It might have, I think people deduced that it might have come from meetings that he was having at GDC with other like executives. But his tweet was, that time of the year again when big single player games are declared dead. Use your imagination. They're not. They just have to be good. I heard that and I was like, yeah, I agree with that. But is anyone not?
He's absolutely right. Like, gamers can tell when a game is made to be fun versus made to make someone money. Like, it's just like meant to keep you playing, not necessarily to entertain you enough. Like, Baldur's Gate 3 was not designed to sell you in-game microtransactions or skins. It was just designed to be the most fun RPG that they could make, and it was single player and co-op. But like, if you make a game from your heart and you make it to be fun and you're passionate about it, like Stardew Valley or Baldur's Gate, like these games do well because they're just really good and really fun. And like he said, they have to be good. Not every game is good. Like, every game has people that will like it, that don't like it. Not every game is going to be a home run. But there are some of my favorite games of all time are single player games that are linear, they're non-open world, and I would like Mass Effect, for example, 2. One of my favorite games of all time. Linear, for the most part, not open world, just single player, just amazing game. But just because I think what a lot of CEOs is they learn the wrong lessons about games. Like, Veilguard didn't do well because we didn't have enough live service. Like, that was one of the CEOs quoting just that as an example. Like,
Yeah.
they learned the wrong lessons about, like, they think, oh, this game didn't do well because it was single player. Well, it must be multiplayer and it'll suddenly be better.
Yeah.
So, like, I just think they keep learning the wrong lessons, and single player games will always do good if it's a fun game that people want to play, and you find an audience for that game that you want to play.
Yep. I agree with everything you said. It's one of those things.
I would echo that completely, Dan. That probably my top 5 games of all time are just single player games. I don't think I would have a multiplayer game until like I hit 20.
Yeah. It's one of those things where a CEO is not necessarily interested in making a good game. They're interested in making money, right? Yeah. So those two things don't necessarily meet up in the Venn diagram.
It's when the purpose of your company is to make sure a board is happy.
Yeah.
Because the board is not gamers. The board does not care about the product. The board cares about the numbers and the spreadsheets and the bottom line. And that's all they care about. And that's how you get a monetization officer.